can hardly believe the pace of developments. We've just had a statement from the White House where they've, for the first time, given a definitive statement on the drones, the mystery objects that have been buzzing the skies of not only New Jersey but pretty much the entire east coast of the USA, the entire continent, and much of the planet. But, if you believe the White House, it's all explainable and apparently, it was authorized. These were drones that were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Let's take a quick listen to the statement from the White House.
Thanks, General Ryder. So, back to the drones. Can you unequivocally say that none of the drones that are being spotted are DoD assets or something that's being tested within the Defense Department? Are all of these either civilian or otherwise, but just not Department of Defense drones?
You're talking about the drones in New Jersey up and down the... Yes, they are not DoD assets.
None of them are?
To my knowledge, none of them are.
Okay, and are there any sort of experimental programs going on where maybe drones are being tested that...
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. What about the ones that are flying over military bases at this point? Have there been any possibilities of collecting what sort of information these drones are doing or anything like that?
Yeah, again, just to kind of put this into context, and I know that our colleagues at the White House, FAA, DHS, FBI have all made this point. So over 1 million drones registered in the United States, and on any given day, approximately 8,500 drones are, in flight. And so the vast majority of these drones are going to probably be recreational or hobbyist. They're going to be commercial drones, used in things like architecture, engineering, farming, or they could be used for law enforcement. Is it possible that some of those drones could be up to malign activity? It's entirely possible, but the vast majority, that is not, the case. And in the case of drones flying near or over U.S. military installations, that in and of itself, just given the volume of drone flights we see on a given day, is not something that's new. We take all of those seriously. We will typically, when we detect them, attempt to classify them and take appropriate measures. Is it possible that some of those are surveilling? Absolutely. But can you make that assumption in every case? Not necessarily. So in each case, commanders have the authority, installation commanders and authorities have the authority to respond appropriately, and will continue to do that.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
I turn to questions. I do have news directly from the President of the United States that was just shared with me in the Oval Office. From President Trump directly, an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy. A statement from the President of the United States to start.
You've seen those quotes from the White House and then the Pentagon. They do appear to contradict each other. People are coming to us for answers, but sadly, our federal and state governments are failing us. 8 days waiting for answers, and what do we get? Contradictions, denials, and a cover story that doesn't hold up. What's really going on with these drones over New Jersey? Let's break it down. First, they said there was nothing to see. Then they said it was misidentifications of known aircraft. Then suddenly, oh wait, they were authorized drones flying for various reasons. Which is it? The Pentagon denies involvement. Homeland Security denies involvement. And yet, these drones were seen flying over heavily populated areas. What are they looking for? What are they doing? Our own governor couldn't get straight answers. The Biden administration didn't tell him a thing. Local officials were briefed only to be told, "You're seeing things." And yet, just a day later, a classified briefing lasted over 3.5 hours. What were they discussing if there was supposedly nothing to see? It gets worse. Military bases across the U.S. have been experiencing these incursions, including the Picatinny Arsenal in New Jersey, where officials confirmed 11 unauthorized drone overflights. Meanwhile, a Chinese national was caught trying to smuggle a drone back to China from California. Are these events connected? If so, why aren't we being told the truth? At first, we were ignored. Now they're throwing conflicting explanations at us, hoping we'll just move on. But we won't. This is about more than just drones. This is about transparency, national security, and public trust. If they don't have a cover story, they'll create one. If they don't have an explanation, they'll stall. But we're not buying it. Mayor Michael Miller and other officials aren't standing down, and neither should we. If you care about the truth, if you care about your safety, demand answers. Share this video, stay informed, because this is not over. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.